What's going on, guys? My name is David. This is Prizepicks. It's Friday, January 3rd. We have an 8-game NBA slate, and we've picked out 7 props off of Prizepicks for you. Before we do that, though, let's go over yesterday's picks. We went 2-2. A little bit rough, but it looked so good going. And then Donovan Mitchell gets ejected, and LaMelo Ball just couldn't get there on fantasy points. He had a great game, but he couldn't score. He had a lot of assists. He had some rebounds, but he couldn't score for us and didn't get there. So we had Julius Randle over 2.5 threes. Like I said before, my favorite prop. He literally hit 3 threes in the first 5 minutes of the game, if not less. It was crazy. Yeah. So we had Tyler Hero under 6 rebounds, which we hit that prop, and we hit the Julius Randle. We failed on Donovan Mitchell. He got ejected, so we don't know if it would have came to fruition. And then LaMelo Ball just fell a little short on fantasy points for us. But we went 500, guys. Not bad, 2-2. So let's get right into these picks. The card's right here above me, and you can look at that. And then I'm going to give you guys these 7 picks off of Prizepicks. And before you do that, like the video, subscribe to my channel. Please, guys, tell your friends. Let's keep this movement going. Prizepicks. All right, guys, let's get right into these 7 picks. First up on our list is Kristaps Porzingis. His rebounds are really low for the player that he is at 8.5. He's gone over this in 2 of his last 5, but let's remember he's coming back from injury, okay? He averages like 9 rebounds on the season, and I think that these injuries have maybe knocked it down a little bit. And as we know, they kind of go off of the average on Prizepicks. You know what I mean? That's why we get expected value from the juice on plays. So playing a Portland team minus Yusuf Nurkic, who is out, we like Kristaps Porzingis to go over 8.5 rebounds. All right, second up on our list, we have D'Angelo Russell, assists. They've dropped this prop from 6 to 5.5, so we are going to snag that because if he gets 6, he gets it for us, right? Whereas he would have to get 7 to break his prop that he did. But we look what he's done. He only had 2 against Golden State, but 7, 6, 7, 5. This is a very positive expected value play. It's juiced up over there on sportsbooks because they're dropping it a little bit here at 5.5. So we're going to grab that against an Orlando team that doesn't look to defend, and D'Angelo Russell is going to dish the ball around. Anthony Edwards is going to score it. You can look at some Anthony Edwards props. So we're having a pretty good week, guys. We went 4-1, and then we went 2-2. Split it. Not too bad. I hear a lot of crying on other channels about losing, like every day that I turn them on just to see what's going on. But we're doing great. So our third play today is going to be Chris Paul. You know, this is a crazy, the money line on the Suns at +9 is like you get it at like plus 350, I think, is the Suns money line, and you're getting 9.5 points. So Chris Paul has gone over this in 4 of his last 5 games. This prop was 10.5 in these 2 games right here, and then previous to that, I was at 9.5. And he hit on all of them except for 1. Playing a Boston team, we expect to be a little bit competitive, at least for the beginning of the game. And we expect Chris Paul to play and stay out there and dish that ball out, man. Chris Paul, 8.5. They've lowered this. Juiced up all over the place. So we got to go with that play for sure. Next up, we have Jason Tatum, points, rebounds, and assists. Just amazing. We don't expect a blowout like against Brooklyn, which didn't really help us. We would have gotten our 6-pick flex 100%. We would have got all 6 legs of it if Nick Claxton could have stayed on the floor and finished out those 28 points, rebounds, and assists. But Jason Tatum, playing Phoenix, 43.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's gone over this in 4 of his last 5 and barely, almost reached it. He was 4 points shy against Orlando, and that's probably because of blowout run and garbage time that took over his minutes. So Jason Tatum, 43.5 points, rebounds, and assists, guys. All right. Next up, DeAndre Ayton in the same game with the rebounds. DeAndre Ayton has only failed to reach this prop of 10.5 rebounds in 7 games on the entire season. If you see his average over the last 5 games, 12.8 right there. It's going to be a little fight with him and Time Lord. You know what I mean? 2 big guys in there, but expect a battle. And they don't get to see each other that often unless it's like postseason stuff, guys. So we love to see. Look what he did against Dallas. 20 rebounds. 10.5 rebounds. DeAndre Ayton. We very, very, very much like the prop. It's got a lot of expected value on it, and his average and his projections are showing us that it's way higher than that. So let's get that going here. And again, we want to. It'll stay competitive. The game will stay competitive. It's correlating play. The Chris Paul assists will keep the game competitive and will come to fruition if DeAndre Ayton is getting boards and keeping this thing close. You know what I mean? But we also have other plays from this game. I don't have it up right here, but I'm going to give it to you guys for free. But next up, we have Precious Achiuwa. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. What did I take? Yeah, rebounds. Rebounds on Precious. Playing a Houston team who's just miserable. Precious Achiuwa has gone over this in 3 of his last 5 games. OG Anunoby's out, so Precious is stepping in, and he's stepping up. 8.5 rebounds is low-hanging fruit, and we need to grab it. Precious Achiuwa over 8.5 rebounds. Now, I have 2 more for you guys that I like. I'm just going to give you, I think that might even be 8. I think that's 8 I'm going to give you. But we have 3 points made. Jaylen Brown, over 2.5. I love that. Love that. And then you saw Count Chocula, Rat Fink himself, Trae Young on the cover. I like Trae Young's 3-point prop. It's not out yet on Prizepicks, but certainly will be in sometime during the day. So keep an eye on that. And yeah, let's get this money, guys. Let's go.